Hi guys, there are a couple of different types of IP address that we work with in our Amazon VPCs and with our EC2 instances. So let's have a look. Now we have public IP addresses, we have private IP addresses, and we have elastic IP addresses. Now let's actually start in the middle because the private IP address is the one that we've seen when we created our VPC. Remember, we created a block of IP addresses, a CIDR block, and then some subnets. Now, those are the private IPs. So those are the IP addresses that are used internally within your VPC. These are used with every single instance. Doesn't matter whether your instance is in a public subnet or a private subnet, it will always have a private IP address. When the instance is stopped and then started again, it retains that IP address, so it's going to be the same. Now, a public IP address, these are used only in the public subnets. So these are the IP addresses that we connect to when we connect into our EC2 instance from the internet. These are actually lost when the instance is stopped. So if you stop your instance, not reboot it, you actually stop it and then start it again, then it will lose that public IP and it will get another one. If you restart your instance, so you're rebooting it, then it actually retains that IP address. So these are used in public subnets. As with private IPs, there's no charge for use. And they're actually associated to the private IP. So there's an association between your private IP address and your public IP address. You can't move the public IP addresses between instances. So you don't have a huge amount of control over those public IPs. Now, at the bottom here, we have elastic IP addresses. These are also public IP addresses. Now, as I mentioned, the public IP address is lost when the instance is stopped. So the difference between the public IP and the elastic IP, or one of the differences, is that it's a static public IP address. So that means you can stop your instance and start your instance and it will have the same IP address every time. You're not charged for these, but only as long as you're using them. If you allocate them to your account and then you stop using them, so they're not associated with a running instance, then you get charged. So it's a disincentive for leaving them. They are in limited supply, so people want to make sure, or AWS want to make sure, that you're actually using these as much as you can. As with a public IP, they get associated to a private IP. You can move elastic IPs between different EC2 instances, so you can reassociate them to a different instance. And also elastic network adapters. The ENAs, the elastic network adapters, are basically like the network cards that we see in a computer, but they're virtual. And you can move an elastic IP address to a different ENA. So that's the theory behind the IP addresses in a VPC. In the next lesson, we'll do some hands-on and actually look at how we can use them.